Hey, Dodgers fans. Big news is swirling around the Los Angeles Dodgers, and it's shaking up everything we thought we knew about the outfield heading into this season. The team has been buzzing with speculation about potential free agent acquisitions, and naturally, names like Kyle Tucker, Cody Bellinger, and even Trent Giesam have dominated the conversation. There's no denying these players bring star power, but there's also a growing sense that the Dodgers might take a less conventional approach, relying on internal talent and strategic adjustments instead of chasing headline-grabbing signings. It's a scenario that could change the landscape of the team entirely, and honestly, it makes this offseason one of the most intriguing ones in recent memory. Looking back at last season, there were bright spots, but there were also glaring issues in the outfield that need attention. Andy Pah had a fantastic start of the year, showing flashes of why he's considered a top-tier player, but his performance late in the season, especially during the postseason, left a lot to be desired. Teoscar Hernandez also had a mixed bag of results. While his power remained evident, the consistency just wasn't there. Some games he looked like he could hit 3 home runs in a single outing, and other days he was striking out repeatedly. It's that unpredictability that has the front office weighing options carefully, because the Dodgers need reliability in their corner outfield positions. They need players who can be counted on not just for flashes of brilliance, but for sustained impact over the course of a long season. Rumors about high-profile free agents have dominated the news cycle, but insiders suggest the Dodgers may be playing a different game than most expect. According to recent reports, Andrew Friedman and the front office could be looking at creative solutions within the organization, rather than committing to massive contracts for big-name outfielders. Kyle Tucker, for instance, would likely command an astronomical contract stretching into the $400 million range over 10 years. While there's no question about his talent, his injury history and the sheer cost involved raise legitimate questions about whether he is the most practical fit for the team right now. Even if he performs well, paying that much money for a player who is not necessarily a franchise cornerstone seems like a gamble that could tie the Dodgers' hands in other areas. Instead, the focus might be shifting toward players like Ryan Ward, a rising star who has quietly made waves in AAA Oklahoma City. Last season, Ward was nothing short of spectacular. He posted a batting average of nearly .290, with an on-base plus slugging around .900, and drove in 36 home runs over 143 games. His performance earned him league MVP honors and all-star recognition in the Pacific Coast League, signaling that he might be ready to contribute at the major league level. Adding Ward to the 40-man roster was a strategic move by the Dodgers, suggesting that the team sees potential in him and is prepared to give him a chance to step into the spotlight. He offers a left-handed bat that could be paired with right-handed hitters like Alex Cole to create a platoon system, giving the Dodgers flexibility without committing to an enormous free agent contract. Of course, relying on a younger player moving up from AAA is never without risk. The jump from minor league ball to the majors is substantial, often compared to leaping from one professional level to a much tougher, more competitive environment. Even a standout performer in AAA can struggle initially when facing the velocity, pitching depth, and strategic acumen of major league teams. But the upside is significant as well. Ward has shown he can hit for both average and power, and his defensive skills in the outfield make him a versatile option. Pairing him with someone like Alex Cole could help mitigate the risk, creating a platoon system where each player's strengths are maximized while limiting exposure to weaknesses. Meanwhile, other names continue to linger in the discussion. Trent Giesam has emerged as a potential trade target, bringing with him a strong track record, including 36 home runs last season. Cody Bellinger's name has also surfaced as someone who could immediately impact the outfield, providing both experience and offensive production. But with the Dodgers' willingness to explore internal options like Ward, it seems the front office is weighing the value of developing talent they already control versus paying for established stars. There's a delicate balance to strike here. The Dodgers want to remain competitive and dominate in the National League, but they also want to avoid overpaying for players whose performance may fluctuate. Fans naturally have mixed reactions to this strategy. On one hand, seeing a player like Ryan Ward get a shot at the big leagues is exciting, especially given his impressive track record in the minors. On the other hand, there's understandable skepticism. Can a relatively untested player truly be the solution for an outfield that needs stability and consistent production? Some argue that relying on a platoon system is inherently risky, especially in high-leverage situations where every at-bat matters. The Dodgers' past willingness to spend heavily in free agency creates expectations that a marquee signing is always possible, making the potential decision to stay put even more surprising. It's also worth considering how injuries could influence this decision. While Kyle Tucker and other high-profile free agents bring undeniable talent, they're not immune to the physical toll of a full season. Tucker himself played through an injury last season, and while he performed admirably, there were noticeable dips in his effectiveness during key stretches. Investing hundreds of millions into a player carries inherent risk, and that risk is magnified when internal options like Ward have shown the ability to perform consistently over a significant sample in the minors. The Dodgers might be weighing the certainty of a cost-effective, high-performing minor leaguer against the allure and expense of a superstar free agent. Ultimately, the outfield situation remains fluid. Whether the Dodgers opt for an aggressive acquisition, a creative internal solution, or a mix of both, the decisions made over the next few months will have a major impact on their competitiveness. The possibility of a platoon between Ryan Ward and Alex Cole offers an intriguing path forward, but it's clear that every move will be scrutinized. Fans are naturally invested in these choices, and rightfully so, because outfield production can make or break a season. The Dodgers' ability to balance talent, cost, and strategic planning will be on full display as the offseason unfolds, and there's no shortage of excitement, speculation, and debate to keep everyone engaged. With all of this in mind, the next steps for the Dodgers could set a precedent for how the team handles its roster construction in the future. Whether they choose to invest heavily in free agency or trust in their own development pipeline, there's a sense of anticipation that adds an extra layer of intensity to the offseason narrative. Dodgers fans can look forward to seeing how the team navigates these decisions, and the conversation around the outfield will likely dominate headlines and fan forums for weeks to come. Now, as we look ahead to the upcoming season, the question becomes how the Dodgers will ultimately configure their outfield. There's a real tension between taking the big splash in free agency and relying on internal solutions, and it's one that has fans debating endlessly. The allure of adding a player like Kyle Tucker is undeniable. He's a dynamic hitter with a combination of power, speed, and athleticism that can immediately change the complexion of a lineup. The idea of him patrolling left field or stepping into the corner outfield slot alongside established stars is enticing, and the numbers certainly back up the hype. Over the past season, Tucker demonstrated his ability to hit for power consistently, drive in runs, and deliver in clutch situations before his injury in June interrupted the rhythm he had been building. The talent is there, but the cost, both financially and in terms of roster flexibility, looms large. Meanwhile, Ryan Ward's rise has added an interesting twist to the Dodgers' offseason story. The front office's decision to include him on the 40-man roster suggests confidence in his abilities and a belief that he could contribute meaningfully right away. Ward's performance in AAA was nothing short of spectacular, posting a batting average near .290, driving in 36 home runs, and achieving an OPS north of .900 over more than 140 games is a resume that demands attention. MVP honors in the Pacific Coast League and All-Star recognition only reinforce that point. For a team like the Dodgers, which has consistently aimed to balance star power with strategic depth, Ward represents a lower-risk investment with significant upside. His ability to bat for both average and power, combined with solid defense, makes him a compelling option to step in, whether as part of a platoon or even in a more permanent role. The potential platoon with Alex Cole adds an extra layer of strategy. By pairing Ward's left-handed bat with Cole's right-handed approach, the Dodgers could create favorable matchups against opposing pitchers while managing playing time and workload effectively. Platoon systems aren't without challenges, though. Chemistry, consistency, and adapting to major league pitching are all hurdles that Ward and Cole would need to overcome to make this a viable long-term solution. Yet, the fact that the Dodgers are even entertaining this approach signals a willingness to innovate and take calculated risks rather than simply following the conventional route of acquiring big-name free agents. The dynamic also raises broader questions about team construction and philosophy. For years, the Dodgers have been known for their willingness to spend and acquire star talent, often dominating headlines with high-profile signings. But this offseason hints at a possible shift, or at least a more nuanced approach, where internal development and strategic flexibility could play a bigger role. That doesn't mean the team is hesitant to spend. It simply reflects a recognition that value can sometimes be found within the organization, and that calculated risk can outweigh raw star power, especially when the price tag is immense. The balance between proven talent and rising prospects is delicate, and the Dodgers appear determined to navigate it thoughtfully. As fans, it's natural to weigh the risks and rewards. Would you feel confident if the Dodgers relied primarily on Ryan Ward and Alex Cole to cover the outfield without landing a marquee free agent? Some might see it as a bold, forward-thinking approach, trusting the process and the development of players within the organization. Others could view it as a gamble, wondering if a lack of star power might leave the team vulnerable in critical situations, particularly during the postseason. Both perspectives are valid, and the Dodgers' choices will inevitably spark discussion across fan forums, social media, and sports media outlets for weeks to come. The versatility of Ward cannot be understated. His ability to adapt to different situations, combined with the support of platoon options like Cole, could make the Dodgers' outfield surprisingly effective. Defense, range, and consistent offensive output are all critical in maintaining competitiveness over a long season, and Ward's track record suggests he could contribute on multiple fronts. Moreover, relying on homegrown talent preserves financial flexibility, allowing the Dodgers to respond to other needs as they arise without being locked into an enormous long-term contract. That flexibility could prove invaluable if injuries strike or if opportunities arise elsewhere in the league. Looking at the broader picture, this strategy fits into a pattern of careful planning and adaptability. The Dodgers have often succeeded by being proactive, evaluating talent both inside and outside the organization, and making decisions that balance immediate impact with long-term sustainability. Whether it's opting for high-profile signings or trusting internal talent to step up, the organization has shown a willingness to make bold moves while managing risk intelligently. The potential for Ryan Ward to make the jump and perform at the major league level fits perfectly into that philosophy. Ultimately, the outfield situation remains one of the most intriguing storylines of the offseason. Dodgers fans are watching closely, evaluating reports, statistics, and insider insights, all while debating the merits of various strategies. Whether it's chasing the next big star or placing faith in the next wave of talent from within, the decisions made now will shape the team's trajectory for the coming season. There's excitement, anticipation, and just a touch of uncertainty, all of which make this one of the most compelling moments in recent Dodgers history. The team's choices will impact not only the lineup, but also the culture and identity of the Dodgers moving forward. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. Whispers are spreading fast across the baseball world. Ranger SUÁREZ, the quietly dominant left-hander who built his reputation on poise and precision, is reportedly making his way to the Los Angeles Dodgers. While neither side has gone on record, multiple insiders suggest the deal is all but sealed, and the move could redefine the Dodgers' already formidable pitching blueprint. The Dodgers, known for their relentless pursuit of depth and balance, seem to be doubling down on their belief in left-handed power. SUÁREZ brings exactly that. Not just velocity, but a style that mixes guile, rhythm, and command in equal parts. Those close to the clubhouse say his arrival could blinder the rotation, an inside term suggesting a reinforced wall of reliability. After all, A southpaw with his blend of calm and control can be a rare commodity in a rotation that often juggles injuries and innings. Some around the league are calling it a quiet masterstroke. The Dodgers have long admired Suárez's ability to handle pressure, particularly in tight, high-stakes games. He's not the flashiest name, but his track record for producing quality innings speaks louder than any highlight reel. Scouts love his efficiency. Hitters quietly dread his movement. There's also talk about how Suárez's presence could bring a new rhythm to the pitching staff. With his arrival, the Dodgers might lean even more heavily into matchups, alternating lefties to disorient opposing lineups. It's a strategic move, the kind the Dodgers front office loves to make before anyone else realizes its full value. Whether this is a temporary fix or a long-term anchor remains to be seen, but the murmurs in Chavez Ravine are clear. Los Angeles might just have found another piece of its championship puzzle. Suárez's calm demeanor, paired with the Dodgers' analytical machine, could turn into one of those perfect baseball marriages, the kind that starts as a rumor and ends with silver in October. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.